park in Wildwater Kingdom for the media preview this morning of Iron Menace. Getting ready to get into the park. They're doing some cycling. Here's a cycle for you guys live this morning. Some nice hang time looks like in that Immelman and in the 0G, really. It looks like it'll have some nice hang time there. And maybe a little bit more power into that incline loop. First ever incline loop on a dive coaster. That'll be really cool. Nice oversized corkscrew at the end. Should be a really good time. So like I said, we're getting ready to get in, hopefully in the next 20-30 minutes or so, get into the park, get into the area around the ride. It looks really good. I'll turn the camera around again here. You can see, kind of looks like, station looks like an old rundown steel building, on theme with the McTavish Steel storyline that they've come up with. Sort of a competitor to Bethlehem Steel, which was just down the road in the next town over in Bethlehem years and years ago. So they got a nice storyline here. They've rethemed the entire area, from what we understand. It should be pretty cool. Got another cycle going for you guys here. Really looks like some hang time is going to be there at the top of the Immelman for us. So, and at the top of it's a really big 0G roll. It's pictures and whatnot don't do it justice as to how big that 0G roll actually is. Ride itself's about 165 feet or so. Not quite as tall as Steel Force, but it's up there. It's up there, pretty tall. From this angle, we're almost straight. Let me get down here just a little bit. Pretty much straight on with the drop here. You can see, as we've heard and talked about, 95-degree drop beyond vertical. Dr. Diabolical down at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas, did the same thing. Rode that just a week or two ago. And that was a really good ride. So expecting some similar things out of this one. Now they're getting some cycles going, which is cool. So yeah, 165 feet or so, almost as tall as Steel Force over there. Not quite. 95-degree drop, 4 inversions. It's a long but narrow layout. Pretty much the entire ride is in this straight line here. Which is pretty cool. Baron 1898 over at Efteling in the Netherlands has a similar thing. The order of elements is a little bit different. Looks like they're running 2 trains here, at least this morning. At least that's what they're cycling at the moment. Don't know if that's what we'll have when we get in and ride. And that incline loop, that tilted loop, there's some speed through there. Probably going to be some force through there as well, which is nice. Sometimes the dive coasters can tend to be a little bit more graceful, and I think we'll certainly have that, especially through the Immelman and the 0G. But it's always nice when your dive coasters have a little bit of force to them, and I think that tilted loop is going to have that over there. We've only really seen that on the stand-up coasters from B&M for the most part, right? I mean, most of the vertical loops that B&M has done, they're just straight vertical loops, right? The stand-up coasters, a couple of them, Mantis, now Rougarou, Chang, now Green Lantern, and Riddler's Revenge, I think, all have the inclined loops. So this is the first one that they're putting on a dive coaster. So that'll be kind of cool, especially out on the end. 7 across trains, just like Dr. Diabolical. So we have a true middle seat. We'll see if we get to have a go on that true middle seat. Don't know if they copy that from Dr. Diabolical. Hopefully, gonna get to interview some park folks and see if that's something that they wanted or if that's something B&M came up with themselves. So yeah, should be getting in very shortly. Get some coffee and some breakfast. Maybe talk to some folks post some interviews. Not sure if I'll go live for some of those. I might post those afterwards. But follow us over on Facebook, Instagram, at COASTER-net and COASTER-net.com. Follow us over there. If you have any questions you'd like me to ask park folks, if we get to talk to any of them this morning, send them my way. Message me on Instagram at COASTER-net. Message them there. I'll be monitoring that all morning, and I'll ask some questions if you guys have any questions you want answered from the park folks. And hopefully we'll go live a little bit later once we get in the park. Hoping to get some RPOV as well. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, hopefully we got lots of good stuff for you guys this morning. I send another train. I'll do one more cycle here, and then we'll end the live for now. And the next time we go live should be in the park. So thanks for following along this morning, guys. Hope you guys are having a good morning wherever you are, whether you're working or at home or riding coasters somewhere else. And follow along this morning for all of your Iron Menace Media Day coverage. There you go. All right, stay with us all morning. Talk to you guys soon. Right on.